What is up, everybody? This is Matt with Mikey Designs. This is our first time to go live, and this is a little bit more or less of a test and just trying to see who is going to chime in and then talk about what you guys would like to see as far as what business topics you would like to talk about. If you just want to talk shop, which is what this live stream really is about, because we get questions daily through our email and even just people having questions about how to separate their artwork, or even just if you're new to screen printing, what what it is you need to do to, who knows, perhaps maybe achieve that bright white print on a black t-shirt. Or if you're, hey, what's up, Gabriel Lopez? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. But essentially, I'm just trying to figure out what it is everybody would like to see from this live stream. And at this moment, you're just looking at the whole screen. I'm just kind of waiting for people to chime in. What's up, Uproar? It is. It's our first live show. So thanks for tuning in, buddy. But what I was saying is, I'm just trying to figure out what everybody would kind of like to see out of a live stream. What's up, Charles? How you doing, dude? I don't know how to say your last name. It's probably just as complicated as my last name, and I'll probably get it wrong, but good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. So I'm just trying to figure out what everybody would like to see, or kind of like to see what everybody would like to hear from this live show. If you guys, I mean, the title of it's Shop Talk, right? So we're gonna talk shop, excuse me, and so just kind of waiting for some more people to tune in. Hey man, even if it's you three guys, I'm all good with that. And if you guys have any questions, I'm going to kind of give a little bit of a rundown of some of my ideas and some of the shows that I do have in mind, which I think will have a good response. So I really appreciate y'all tuning in, and let me know in the chat what you guys would like to see. What? Hey, what's up, Rye Beats? What's going on, man? What's up, Samuel's Views? No, you're not late. You're not late at all. Rye Beats is saying, "Dang, I'm late." You're not late. This is actually our first little live kind of broadcasting, and so we're just kind of waiting for people to tune in and just see what. This is really kind of a way just for us to chat. I mean, uh, I talk about screen printing day in and day out. It's what we do for a living, and I mean, like I said, we get emails and phone calls daily about certain things, and it's it's cool, man. It's cool chatting with you guys. So we appreciate y'all tuning in. So we'll give it a few minutes while it sits on our little hold screen for everybody to just kind of tune in. I'm not sure what to expect as far as everybody tuning in, but also I don't really have any expectations to meet a certain goal, so that we can just all kind of chat for a little bit and then kind of figure out, because we do this full time, what, if you guys have any questions, now would be the time. So uh, we appreciate you guys tuning in. And Gabriel Lopez is asking, upgrading press soon. I don't know if that's the Rye Beats. And Rye Beats is saying, when are you getting the automatic? That's pretty cool. City Prince looking into getting automatic. That's awesome. I'm looking at the shop dome right now, and she's looking back. And to get an automatic is a that's an accomplishment. That's pretty awesome.
Congratulations!
Shanna the shop gnome says congratulations. City Prince said, "What's up, Rise? So you got a huge box of supplies, just screens, and but that's pretty cool, man. It's always getting it's cool getting new stuff in. It's kind of like Christmas a little bit. I think we bought a screen because we sold a screen to someone down the street that just wanted us to provide a screen, and so that was cool talking to them. We kind of actually talked them into coming into the shop and getting essentially we've been providing classes, and so they're going to come in. So that's pretty cool. Oh, was that for me? No, no, no. It will probably be at least another year before we get an automatic. I think we're getting to the point towards where we're getting pretty overwhelmed between Shannon, the shop gnome, and I. Uh, we've deeply been considering getting an automatic, and we'll talk about that here in a second because I mean, there's so many ways you can go with an automatic. So, who knows, man? It's definitely something that we want to do, but there's so many options out there, and they're pretty expensive. So, I think we're at the point towards where an automatic could benefit us because we have a lot we need to do in manually printing. As much as I enjoy it and as much as it's a craftsmanship, having an automatic would just get these orders in and out, and I really think it would pay for itself. So, uh, in a year, we're looking at about in a year. So we'll see. We're kind of leaning towards the workhorse Freedom Express, but we've also had offers from other people, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. As far as who we've talked to and some of the offers that are on the table. Tennis elbow. SP Raw says, "Who else has a serious case of tennis elbow?" I tell you what, I have a serious case of is, at least for us personally, is lack of sleep. Just trying to keep up with orders. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick our little intro because I think we've kind of been sitting on our little waiting screen. See who's gonna tune in for long enough, and you guys let me know if this is still is kind of a little bit of a test. If you guys can see this, we're kind of testing this out because this is a first time for us. So welcome to our live premiere, everybody. We really appreciate y'all tuning in. So we're going to go ahead and kick the intro, and you can see my ugly mug. I'm not sure what Shannon said because I have my headphones on. Hey, welcome everybody. This is our very first live broadcast. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me bring up the chat and see who is all here at this moment. Gabriel said hello. Really appreciate you tuning in. Uproar, our very first live broadcast. Charles Ezernak, I believe that's how you say it. Hello, what's going on, man? Rye Beats. As always, it's good to hear from you, man. I appreciate your feedback on our videos, and I enjoy watching your videos as well. It's not a one-way street. I watch your videos, and you have some really cool stuff going on. One of the things I dig is that you do you DJ and whatnot, because I don't know if you can see behind me is my my bass sitting back there, and I play guitar, bass, and whatnot, and so it's something I do on the side, and it is a lot of fun. So I really appreciate you tuning in. Gabriel Lopez, what's going on, buddy? City Print Screen Printing, thanks for tuning in. SP Roz, thanks for tuning in as well. Let's see. At this point, I'm kind of looking at some of the chats here, and SP Roz. Let's see what's going on. Let's say I work full time as a welder, then come home, print odd jobs here and there, never get any sleep. Yeah, man, that's kind of the same thing. Even to this day, working full time, I mean, it's 7:57. The sun is going down, and we still have, excuse my French, we got shit to do. We do. We've got a lot of stuff to do, and we're about to go out into the shop. This is some of the stuff that y'all don't really ever see behind our video logs, and whenever we do a tutorial video is, man, we kind of work around the clock, but when you really love what you do, you enjoy it. So, I mean, we've got some stuff we got to do ourselves. Let's see, at Mikey question, how do you get most of your clients' website, or word of mouth, or social media? Uh, to be honest, Uproar, we had, and I even had a phone conversation just the other day, and I believe I was on the phone for about an hour. And how initially for myself, when I started out, I put up a WordPress website. Excuse me, it's getting late in the day, and have myself a little bit of lemonade with vodka. But how we acquired our clients, one, we put up a website, SEO'd the crap out of it, use WordPress. WordPress is the way that I've always done it. And Yoast, you want to look into Yoast SEO. What Yoast is going to do when you're creating a page, it's going to tell you whether you have enough words for Google to really find it relevant as far as content. It's going to help you with your title. You'll put a keyword in there. Let's say it's screen printing. It's going to help you out with your title, even your domain name, if that's something that it's all relevant to your, when you type in a search in your area to pull your business up. Then your meta description. If you're not very familiar with SEO, essentially you're putting a bunch of keywords in your post, and that brings it up. How many keywords are in there, relevant content, how many images, internal links, external links, all that stuff. And look into Yoast SEO, and it will really help you out, and that has helped us out. So first we established a website. When I first started out, I made a press out of wood, and I was wanting to print t-shirts for myself. Found that a lot of people just were charging pretty much what I wanted to charge per t-shirt, and I think it was around $10. I wanted 12 to 24 of them. I thought that was crazy. The company I had worked for 14 years before I got into this, screen printed on latex balloons. So I was already producing their film, knew that. Was good at the graphic design part. So I built a press and kind of made it work. Bought the crappiest speedball ink, which I imagine a lot of you guys probably have probably used in your time. It really sucks. Even the client that bought the screen for me was using speedball. I hate it. And so I forgot where I was going with that. So basically, how do we get our clients? So we put up a good website. I started out with a one color press. We took in the one color prints that turned into um, first job, and one of our good clients was just a simple one color print for a non-profit foundation, and they continue to order through us today. The website helped. I also put up, and this is something I want to get into again soon, is I put up ads. I took all my profit, put ads up for, excuse me, I'm kind of going to move this chat out for a second, but put ads up for just trying to meet or beat people's prices online. Got orders, and so online, that was one way. The website, the Google ads, I believe I just mentioned that, but also at word of mouth. Word of mouth is a huge, and if clients come to you, you get a client and they're happy with your work, tell them, say, hey, here's a business card. We live by word of mouth. Spread the word, and they'll spread the word if they're happy with it, and eventually you'll get new people coming in. Let's see what else is another way. Oh, big one, huge one. If you have a business, your DBA and all that stuff in line, go to Google Business, type in Google Business, and put a listing up wherever you're at, even if you're screen printing from home. And Shannon, you can vouch to this, right?
Yes.
Shannon, a shop gnome, vouches to this. We get calls.
That means it's infallible.
We get calls daily. How many phone calls have we had today with people calling because of our Google ad?
7, 8, 9.
Okay, so we've had 7 or 8. I'm going to take these off because I'm not really listening to anything. A Google business listing is probably one of the best things that you can do as a small business. It'll take a couple, 2 or 3 months for it to kick in, but it will work for you big time. And so what's going to happen? You're going to go to Google Business. You're going to sign up for it. Put all your hours, your location, in which, if you're working from home, because we did that up until 2 months ago, you can hide your address and just put a general, just kind of, let me go over here. You can just put a little drop pin in there, and people will know you're, excuse me if I'm hitting the microphone and it's peeking stuff out, but you will get people calling up, and you're gonna get emails, you're gonna get calls. So if you're doing this part time, make yourself a good, just kind of just a business message, so your little voicemail. Make sure it's dedicated to your business, and then they'll leave a message if for some reason. Leave just a message. Hey, we're out in the shop. Can't get to you right now. A lot of people will understand. Look at your call logs, call people back. If you're on your lunch break, take your lunch break to just call people back and listen to their voicemails. And a lot of people will tend to understand, even when we were in our home business, there's a lot of people that were cool with it, but there were also a lot of people that weren't. I'm trying to think of how else. YouTube, YouTube, you know, YouTube is a huge way of really getting just display. It doesn't even have to be anything fancy. Just toss yourself out there. Toss yourself out there, and people will see it. If you have a job on press and you feel like you're just killing it, get your put it on your cell phone on a tripod, or I use a, a mic stand to hold my cell phone at times. Uh, have your girlfriend or your wife hold the cell phone. Just have them hold it. While you're recording something, you don't even have to say anything. Just grab some royalty-free music, toss it up, and just screen print and yada yada yada. Put your tags and whatnot in there, and all these things will help out. Also, when you're out and about, have your business cards ready to go. Anywhere you go and you make a purchase, like for us personally, I feel like it's okay if I go somewhere and purchase something from a small business to be like, here's my business card. We print shirts, and generally that will get the ball rolling on a lot of business. Or maybe you can even put together a simple little bag or some sort of package where you got a screen printing example, your price list, a brochure, some introductory letter that's saying, hey, this is our business. Have your little elevator pitch and do one of these things. Hey, what's up? My name's so and so. My name's Matt from Mikey Designs. We screen print t-shirts. We do embroidery. We do promotional products. Here's our business card. Here's our little sample. If you're ever in need of screen printing products or embroidery or anything like that, Shannon's handing me some show notes right now. Feel free to contact us, and we'll take care of you. So, really and truly, that's kind of been the foundation of how we've built our clientele: website, word of mouth, AdWords. Let's see, what else did I say?
There's Instagram and there's this.
You got Instagram, social media is also a big one. If you don't have a Facebook page already, get you a Facebook page together. Instagram. I feel like Twitter really hasn't. Twitter hasn't done crap, really. Although I haven't really posted a whole lot. I really don't get the vibe of Twitter. But so there you have it. I'm gonna go back to the chat real quick and see what's been going on, because I feel like I've been ranting here for a moment. But I hope that helps you guys out. Okay, so let's see. What's up, Matt? Sorry, that was for you. Okay, right over that. At Hotbox, there's and I think that's cool because I'm regularly kind of one of you guys, just kind of tuning in and chatting along the way. Yoast is great, but it can be in the pain in the arse. You can say as with using certain plugins. You are right about that, because we just launched a new website and redesigned it. Looks great, but we have been having a lot of problems with logging in and it redirecting, and Yoast, the SEO program, just not showing up. It's saying that our site's not indexable. The site is slower than it normally is. So, excuse me, don't mean to bump the microphone, but let me scoot this out the way a little bit. But I'm pretty tech savvy when it comes to the websites, and I caved in and paid someone some money to. They're currently fixing it. So if you go to our website right now, it's probably, who knows, there might be some crap going on right now. You're welcome, Rye Beats, on the SEO input. Uh, Man, work on your site. Also, don't forget with the SEO, put your alt tags on your images. That's pretty huge. Even the title name of your image will be huge. Down the line, you're not going to see results immediately. It might take a few months, but there's people that I put designs together. I started this business in 2003 and put together a website, and people still to this day are the old websites. Put your information on that image, just kind of like how we've got our little banner down here. um, Put your information on it. Just put a little tag. Put your cell phone number, something that you've kept up with for a long time, your website information, and people will call you. And Shannon can vouch to that. Shannon Shopno,
Yes.
there you have it. We get people that call up every so often, and even for one of our most popular videos, it's about doing spot separation. But we still have clients to this day that keep coming back, and because it happened to be my brother's race car T-shirts that I was doing, if I were doing, I don't know, if I were doing something for a bachelorette party or insert whatever it is, I'm sure I would be getting calls about that. But because it was for racing, not only because it was for racing, we get other jobs as well, but we get, we get some of those dirt track racers as well, which we have a good client. And then today, let me pull up my email, which I really appreciated. It's pretty flattering hearing from you guys and asking advice. I am here for you if you have any questions about something. If I'm not too busy, which we're pretty slammed at the moment, I try to get back as quickly as possible. Let's see. Martin Gonzalez, we heard from him today. He's asking for a little bit of advice. I believe he's probably using Separation Studio to do his steps, but sometimes Separation Studio. Hey, Uproar says, "What's up, Shannon?" Ryby says, "What's up, Shannon?"
Yay!
Hey, thanks for tuning in, Hotbox. Sorry to see you go, man. Thanks for tuning in to our premiere, we're calling our premiere little kind of live broadcast.
Thank you for acknowledging me.
Shannon,
No one ever does.
Shannon says thank you for acknowledging her. She is a huge part of this whole outfit, because even to this day, I can't keep up with it, and we might be getting closer to the point of either an automatic would be great, but who knows? I've got some people on the old cell phone I can call up and either get help with automatic, their automatic, or hiring someone to do it manually, because today, because of word of mouth, our website, Instagram. We had a client call in today that wants 2,000 shirts. To this date, because it's just a one color print, the number of shirts will be the most amount of shirts we would, or we will. I'm kind of tongue tied. It will be the big largest order number wise T-shirts. So, I mean that's really cool. I think one of the things that, and it's not that I think, I know for a fact, one of the biggest things that kicked me off was I got. Sorry guys, if this microphone's clipping out a little bit, I'm still kind of testing things out. I'm looking at stuff here on my program. It looks like it's been clipping for a little bit, but one of the things that kicked me off in the full time was overwhelmed with work. I was making the same amount of money, and then um, let's see, I got an order from uh, one of my good buddies that's a captain of the fire station. Submitted a thousand order with a three color print on the front, three color print on the back, three color print on the sleeve. So, and that took me a full week, and I just at that point I considered it was scary. I was like, I'm just gonna go full time. So, thanks for iBeats, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you can hear me. What I was really kind of referring to is that it looks like it's clipping a little bit on my just kind of the readout of this microphone here, because this microphone right here is a something just fell off my desk, but the microphone here it's meant for recording music, and it's a pretty hot microphone, so I'm working on the levels a little bit. So one of the things I'm going to do just real quick, because this is my first live show, I'm going to kick it over real quick to what has what eventually will be in the future kind of the Q&A section. So I'm going to kick that over here in a second, and I've did some tests, and I couldn't really see the live feed chat. If this doesn't work when I kick it over, uh, guys, just let me know, and I'll just kick it back to the same view it's on right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick this over real quick, and let me know if the live chat is showing up. Okay, so we're in the live chat section. I can't really tell from my end if anything is showing up over that way in this box over here. I'm going to go check the, um, and I hid my stupid page. Let me show, I'm going to show all windows real quick. Yeah, let me know if in the chat if you can see the chat kind of streaming, because when I was doing my tests, I'm not sure if it's really showing my chats. If it's not showing anything, I'll have to go back and kind of take a look at what's going on. If figuring this stuff out, because it's not easy. And as a lot of you guys know that um, I the person I was going to partner up with the automatic, we still work together somewhat, and I have a job for him, and so he's telling me to give him a call whenever I get a chance. So we're just kind of tuning in. Okay, so the live chat is not streaming at this moment. Okay, thanks for iBeat. I really appreciate that, man. I appreciate the help. You're a lifesaver, bro. You're a lifesaver. One of these days, hopefully, we'll get to hang out at some sort of ISS show or whatever the show is. I had actually thought it'd be really cool for us to, because Catspit Productions is somebody that we do rep, and also I admire some other people out in Phoenix, Arizona. I think you know who I'm talking about, but um, it'd be cool to meet up with some of you guys eventually, and so I appreciate that, man. I watch your videos regularly. What's that, Shannon?
We drink with them.
Oh yeah, yeah. We so one of the things. Let me kick this over real quick to just the regular webcam with our little deal. I'm gonna kick that over real quick, but um, so one of the things that the Houston ISS show, the very first show that they had in Houston, we had a lot of fun. We cut out on Friday, and then we went to the show. It was really small compared to the Fort Worth ISS show, but it was really cool. It was really cool. We got to see some new technology, which they had this printer that basically you put the film in it, or it's the mesh with the film. Uh, it's not light sensitive. It's done by heat, and um, they buttoned it up real quick. I think they had three different meshes, and then they put it in their printer, and it printed out the image in halftones. I thought that was really cool. And then I said, "How much is it?" And what did he say?
$25,000.
$25,000. I was like, huh? $25,000? Are you kidding me? That's stupid, dude. $25,000. I'm gonna get automatic press. I don't give a crap about your. Okay, it was really cool, but I'm not gonna dog on them. It's a really cool technology, but it kind of seemed cheesy. It seemed like something they made in China and then just kind of regurgitated. And we
Really?
probably paid $5,000 and said, "This is $25,000." I don't know. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Luke Fitzpatrick? Thanks for tuning in, man. All the way from the UK. What time is it over there in the UK? Is it the crack of dawn? Let's see, Eric Guzman. Hey there, Matt. Is Eric from Urban Inc. in Orlando? Thanks for taking the time to chat the other day. Yeah, man, what's going on, Eric? It's good to hear from you, buddy. I think I was just talking about you a moment ago. Learned a lot, and thanks for all the advice you gave us. We have made some good. I really appreciate you tuning in. For one, it was awesome talking to you, and you guys out there want to chat on the phone. We're always here unless we're swamped. We might cut it a little short, but even if we're swamped, we tend to make some time for you guys. And so, changes, we are getting results from it. Thank you again. I'm glad to hear that's working out for you because I think I just kind of briefly went over that with everybody. Is your website SEO, Google business listing, blah 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 blah. I hope that you have that going, and they should send you your little key pass to your mail. That will work wonders for you. Like Shannon the shop gnome was saying a moment ago, we got how many calls today?
7, 8, or 9. I couldn't keep up.
7, 8, or 9. There were a lot of calls that came in today, and I would say most of them were because of the Google business listing. So, and uh, I'm trying to think what we all talked about, but I'm glad that helped out, man. Hey, what's up, Andres Hernandez? Is that how you say it? Hernandez. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I know a little bit of Espanol, but not enough to flaunt it. That's cool that you're tuning in from Puerto Rico. That's cool, man. Richo 2010. Just a question. Does screen print carousels supposed to have lateral regulation of the screen? Thanks for the thumbs up, Andres. In other words, are you talking about the off contact lateral regulation? Um, yeah, I mean they should if it's a good press that's worth its salt. It should have a way to adjust the off contact lateral regulation. I'm trying to figure out what that means really. Is that what you're talking about? Okay, so yeah, a good press will have that. Like for instance, with our Ranar press, it has a couple bolts on the back where you can adjust your off contact. But for the most part, we really don't touch that. Is we use the kind of more angle off contact just to lift it up a little bit. If we're doing hoodies and whatnot, we just kind of lift it up a little bit, and it works just fine. Because the hoodies tend to be kind of a print that's right here, because you can't print over the pocket. So, I mean, for the most part, we just kind of set it and forget it. You know what I mean? So let's see, Rich 2010. Yep, left right. Oh, left right. Is that what you're talking about? So that would be micro registration. With micro registration, to be honest, I use it very little. I'll set my screen up, get it nice and registered up. I'll tighten it down, and sometimes with manual presses, 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 blah 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 blah. They will tend to go to the left or right, up or down a little bit, and so you just kind of have to compensate for that. I mean, you really don't even need micro registrations, but it does help. Let's say you lock your screens down and it moves just slightly. You can take your micro registration, and with our micro registration, we just leave everything down and put a little more tension on the knobs, and it will be a hair off, and it will kick it over to that side. Pick your screen up, wiggle it a little bit, put it down, and then see where you're at. Because you can register your crap up, you can register it up, and then as soon as you go up and you start spinning crap, things will move. You want to handle your spinning your screens fairly gently. If you're trying to speed through it and you're whipping them back and forth, you're going to knock it out of registration. You are. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to read off a couple more of these chats, and then I'm going to uh, talk about what is the future of these live chats. I have an idea for the next little live session. Also, when is a good time for you guys? What day of the week? You know what is right now on here? We're Central Time. It's 8:28 right this moment. Is it better for us to tune in a little earlier? 6 o'clock Central Time, 7 o'clock later? Would you guys like it later? Because we can always do later. We practically live here as much as we're here, but we do like to get out to shop and go home occasionally.
There's a reason
Which,
for the futon.
yeah, there's a reason we have a big comfy couch. Is we need naps every now and then because this crap can be exhausting. So, back to the chat. Let's see. Uh, Richo, 2010, to precise lateral regulation. Yeah, that's probably either micro registration or off contact. I think I covered that. Do you advise taking a class for beginners? Got one color down, even two for the most part. Just wanted to learn more. If it's from an experienced screen printer that can, uh, let's say for myself, we started doing classes, uh, and we have a beginner. Jaime, if you're tuning in or watch this video later, we appreciate being our first student. But I think one of the things, if you can get a class from a local screen printer that will answer the questions that you have questions to, that would be best. You can go to one of your local vendors and they will help you out. But they're generally going to cover the basics unless it's some sort of advanced class. But I mean, if you have questions, this is one of the reasons I'm wanting to start this up is to actually answer those questions for everybody. I know it's not the same thing as doing it in person, but we'll try to help as much as possible. Um, let's see, Uproar. I'm good with this local time. I'm not sure what your local time is, but It's 8:30 here, so let me know after this video is over in the comments, or you can even let me know now. Let me know now what time it is. Oh, okay. Duh, there it is. 288 and Highway 6. Dude, you're just down a little further south from us. We'll actually be out off of 288 tomorrow. Uh, so that's cool, man. Yeah, you're right down the street. So anytime you want to come over and shoot the shit with us, you're more than welcome to, as long as you're not getting in the way. If you're getting in the way, you're gonna have to help out. You're gonna have to do some artwork or get on the press. Okay, well, guys, we appreciate you tuning in. Welcome to our live premiere. So I'm gonna get to the topic that I kind of wanted to really talk about is what would you guys like to see from the show? Do you want it to be more of a Q&A format where I'm just kind of answering your questions? Um, One of the things I'm going to do next is talk about if you're new to screen printing and people are asking you about embroidery or other things, or let's say you have a 4-color press, how do you go about retaining that client and outsourcing that, so that way when you eventually do get enough business and you get the bigger press, how you can retain those clients, and because you don't want to steer your clients the other way. You want to keep them and be able to offer whatever services it is that they need. And so we'll talk about that. Even if it's screen printing, where to go, how to find someone to source it out to, how to still make I keep hitting the one finger. How to still make a profit off of it. If you're not offering embroidery, we don't have embroidery in house, but we outsource that and we still make a decent profit. We still make a decent profit off of it, and how to go about that, and also promotional products. Aside from things that you can do on your press, is business cards, letterheads, posters, banners, um, window graphics, graphics for the floor, flags, buttons, mugs, all that stuff. We will bring to you who we go through and how to essentially make some profit off of that. And so that is my idea for the next show. Um, let's see. I'm going back to the chat real quick. Let's see. I'm not a full-time printer. It says uproar. Just baby steps, and that's the way to do it, dude. I mean, just take it in baby steps. That's what I did. I made a 1-color press out of wood. Took pre-orders. Printed those shirts. Got a client that just so happened to they wanted 1-color shirts. That led to 300 shirts. Took me an entire weekend to do it, but take those steps. Get your what's that?
You were also doing it with a hairdryer.
Oh yeah, and I was carrying the shirts with a hairdryer. That led me into getting a flash to cure everything. So take it in steps, man. That's what we're still doing too. We're not like this huge company. You know what I mean? Like we're baby stepping it. The next step might be having someone help out the shop out there, or getting an automatic. I think if we got an automatic in the shop, I'd be set. I mean, I would be happy. Maybe someone to help out every now and then, but I think your clients really kind of dictate what you need to get, what equipment you need. An embroidery machine. Embroidery would be good, so we don't have to outsource it too. No, is that not cool? Shannon thinks an embroidery machine's stupid.
I'm happy outsourcing.
It's kind of yeah, we are kind of happy outsourcing. The embroidery machines are just kind of, eh, you know, it it brings the money. I think it's pretty easy, but also at the same time, our deal screen printing. We enjoy that part, and doing embroidery is kind of like, mm, it's it's like watching a machine that is your grandmother there with her little sewing, whatever you call it, doing that kind of thing. So, yeah, baby steps is the way to go. Rico, I think it's Rico 2010. Well, guys, we appreciate y'all tuning in. If you happen to catch this video on our YouTube page, be sure to let us know what time really works for you guys, and we will. We're gonna try and do a weekly live feed. I'm thinking Mondays. I'm thinking Mondays around 7 p.m. Central Time. We're gonna call it Mikey Mondays. Mikey Mondays is what it is. What's that, Shannon?
I just got in the video.
Oh, did you get your head in the video?
Yes.
So, if you saw Shannon, the top of her head or her face, that's Shannon, the shop gnome. So, I'm thinking Mondays. It may or may not work for me. I don't know. Tuesday might be better. I don't want to step on somebody else's toes with the Wednesday spot. But, I'm talking about Cam, cool guy. So I don't want to do the Wednesday spot, Monday, Tuesday, or even Thursday today. Friday, forget about it. We ain't doing Fridays. we got crap that we want to get out the shop and enjoy the weekend. So I'm not. We're not going to be sitting here on a Friday doing this. So let me know what day, what time works for you guys, and I think that's about it for this broadcast. I appreciate everybody that tuned in today, and really, I think one of the other things I just want to kind of kick off just real quick is one of the other show ideas I have is doing an Adobe Illustrator class. Either A, showing you how to completely use the software, or B, for us screen printers, you guys tune in, and whatever issues you are having or whatever you would like to see me kind of walk you through, whether it's setting a trap with the overprint on the underbase or choking the underbase. I'm really considering doing some Illustrator live classes, whether it's teaching you the entire program inside or out, or if you have questions on how to set up multiple color jobs, spot process, all that good stuff. So you guys just let me know what you want to see. That was one of my other little ideas. And so a few of you guys have tuned in. It's our first time. So like I said, I really appreciate y'all tuning in. And let us know in the comments. Let us know what you want to see. And before we get out of here, we're going to bring you a little word by our sponsor, which we really don't have a sponsor other than ourselves. When we do, and in Catspit Productions, we're a rep for Catspit Productions. So when we do these videos, it takes time out of our day. And so anytime we're kind of giving you a little bit of a tutorial, and we're like, hey, use this product, and it's a link down in the description. If you don't mind, click on that link. It'll take you to Amazon, and you're not paying any more. Really, all it's doing is kicking like 50 cents over to us, or something like that, depending on what you purchase. And then also, We're an official rep for Catspit Productions, so if any of you guys out there are looking for screen printing equipment or supplies, be sure to go to Catspit Screen Print Supply. Use our promo code Mikey Designs, and what that does is it helps fund this channel really, and it kicks a little bit of a commission our way. And I'll be honest. The commission is, we're not rolling in the dough over here. We're we're making a living, but we're also not. You know, what's parked outside is a Chevy Cruze. We're not. I'm not driving a Rolls Royce or a dream car or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. These videos, we're helping y'all out. It's 8:40 on a Thursday, and I could be working on other stuff or eating dinner at this point. So this is for you guys. So keep that in mind. It's not like I'm some sort of salesman or anything like that. It just helps fund the channel. So we really appreciate y'all tuning in. Hey, what's going on, Romello? Thanks for tuning in. We're about to get out of here. Richo 2010, bless you, Shannon. Thanks again. Says sure will. I think this is cool in the sense, even though Shannon does not want to physically be on the videos, I think it's cool that she is over here giving me feedback and kind of handing off notes and whatnot. But guys, we're gonna get out of here. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe. We got some more videos and stuff for you to check out over here. We do video logs at least weekly, and we have some other tutorials and whatnot for you guys to check out. But we really appreciate y'all tuning in, and we're gonna get out of here.